Good evening. Hi, guys. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. You have no idea how much I've missed you. It feels, well, it's been a week since our last live, but for me, subscriber date night is the funnest night in the week for me right now, or I should say the most fun. How's that for English there? It's the most fun of the week for me. So, thank you for being here, new and returning subscribers. I love you very much. We are going to be talking today about this continuation of the love story that I was picking up on Tuesday. Anyway, I think everybody can relate to this because it's all about what happens and how the higher self works. So, we've got Casablanca vibes back today. If you didn't get a chance, you can look in the description box for a copy of the notes that I'll be reviewing here for us. We're going to go through the reading before the reading. It's the energy that we're all surfing on top of my own divine downloads. So we will see where we go with those tonight. But the reason I say Casablanca, let me know if you are a fan of Captain and Tennille, if you're old enough to remember that. At first, when I heard the song this morning, I was convinced it was Dionne Warwick. You can go ahead and laugh at me. But I believe if anybody watched Solid Gold Dance, which was my favorite childhood TV show, one of them, one of the few, and she was on there all the time, and I bet you she did sing it. But anyway, Captain and Tennille, their album cover was set up to photograph like the movie Casablanca. So, which when I was writing out Casablanca, I'm like, I know I've done a reading about that before, and I can't remember when, but what caught my eye was that, okay, the character Rick in Casablanca, the nightclub owner that was in love with Ilsa. And even though he was in love with Ilsa, they went their separate ways. Ilsa comes back. I'm catching the people up if you've never seen that. Elsa comes back into Rick's bar, but she has Victor. She has a new lover, and they are trying to escape with the rest of the refugees out of Nazi Europe. So instead of Rick, the bar owner, the nightclub owner, being like, F you dumped me, or whatever the story was, he rises above his own feelings for her and still helps to get them out of the country. That is the Seven of Swords in the light aspect. So when we see Seven of Swords, I know people cringe, but I feel like that's because there's not enough talked about the light side of that aspect. There is a soulmate there involved, especially when it's something like Rick's Seven of Swords. Okay, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down here. But the other thing that caught my eye was that not only was the year that Do That to Me One More Time by Captain and Tennille came out, 1979. That breaks down to an 8-path year about internal balance, the microcosm within us, our yin yang, attracting the same exact energetic frequency from the macrocosm. So that was cool. And then they also, for the information on it, I did not know. Did y'all know that it was Captain and Tennille's comeback song? Their comeback song. I never knew they went anywhere. It was the 70s. So it was their comeback song in 1979, but their contract with the label Casablanca did not get renewed after that. So my question is today, is there going to be renewal? Is there a comeback for the soulmates? And if so, is it going to be a Seven of Swords situation here with our star-crossed lovers? And then if you haven't checked out my notes today, I'm about right here. I wanted to share a funny story because I'm wondering if this is going to be a 180, seeing something from a new perspective, or doing the light side of Seven of Swords, even though the sun's not there yet, but Mercury and Venus is. So even though he's still in love with her, right, he does what's best for the higher good and helps them escape Europe. Okay, so when I was writing that down, I was thinking of Reader's Digest. I know. Youngins, forgive me, because I'll explain. Reader's Digest was an old-timey magazine, and when I would go to eye doctor appointments, whatever, instead of doing that kids, what was it? Not kaleidoscope for kids. They have like the fun puzzles, and what the hell is that called? Something for kids. And anyway, instead of doing that, I would always grab the Reader's Digest, because I would turn my 6-year-old self would turn right to the Can This Marriage Be Saved articles and the Reader's Digest. And then when I went to garage sale with my grandma, which we often did, so get this recycling theme here, and like probably above an age bracket or like an emotional maturity like Rick, right? I got at the garage sale a whole entire huge box of Reader's Digest. I begged my grandma for them. And I also got a pair of the little white gloves. So I don't know if this reading is going to include, if anybody's old enough to have worn white gloves. I know they did in the 70s with the fun hats, and you get into the 80s with the hairpiece with the across the forehead and the poofs. So let me know what you wore as a wedding dress, how many of them you wore. I don't care what were the styles. Let me know, because that has me super curious. Now, with Mercury squaring Uranus today, I've been talking about the mature woman being reawakened to romance at Taurus's energy there, moving direct in that sign. It's at 27 degrees, 27, 9 and a 9. So I'm wondering again, y'all know when I see 99s, it's 99 problems, but what ain't one anymore? Well, what had happened is that at that degree, this challenge, this motivation, it can be a reconciling of differences even too. So yes, squares are tough, but they challenge us to grow. It is challenging the symbol of a tree felled and saved. And that's about expanding our perception in order to see more deeply. Okay, so again, back to the Casablanca example, Rick saw that, yes, my heart is still with Elsa. I'm still in love with her, but the higher perspective is this is the right thing to do, and I'm sacrificing my heart. Okay, so we're up on what this feeling is here with the vibrations and with my song messages. Now, we also have the sun standing today at a watchdog standing guard. All right, so that's all about putting techniques and systems in place to protect our own spiritual energy, and also then the practical physical 3D protections as well. And then we are in a disseminating moon for Libra. So I am going to be pulling out my nosy deck today, my air deck. And a disseminating moon is when we exhale. It's the top of the roller coaster. We're the full moon, and we go down the roller coaster. We throw our hands up. We say, we, and that's when we surrender to the path we've built for the 2 weeks from the new moon to the full moon. Now we got 2 weeks of what energy we've created, and now we are having to transmute that for the good or the bad. It's just karma. It's just balance. It's energy trying to balance itself. And then we have Mars now moving into the theme of improvement. So now the masculine energy's on board, and they're all about the improvement energy. And that's a man tete-a-tete with his inspiration, and that is following the inner guidance. So it's like masculine energy. It's getting on board, y'all. It's finally getting on board. So we shall see, and that is only due to their own feminine energy of surrender, keep in mind, and ourselves as well. If we tend to be more in an action energy, male or female, doesn't matter, then we need to probably work on the surrender aspect, letting go of control, etc. And then the opposite is true for those of us who are all up in the down part, the Empress energy, pre-Empress energy floating out here of independence. We have to lean more into, okay, let's take the actions without over giving that nurturing energy. So I just want to see what peaked out here. Okay, Cancerian energy, see what peaked out here in the moon. So haven't even shuffled yet, but there's the 4 of Wands, the 11-11 energy. Chiron, the healer, just just switched over to the 24th symbol, which is about kind of like scrying. I wrote about it on Tuesday. The net blows into the window, the curtain net, and it forms a cornucopia. So, like when you look at clouds and you see an image there, that is a message for you from your own subconscious. Okay, so what are we looking at under the moon here? What would pair with that? I'm just going to go ahead and lay the reading. I feel like this is our reading. Y'all know they get saged and put away, and I ask for them to be ready for the next reading. So let's go ahead and see what's happening here with this High Priestess moon and 8 of Wands. Okay, very spiritual here. Okay, so position 1, you all are coming in as this moon energy, and there's this looking at our past skeletons, rewiring the synapses in our brain to start traveling down different neural pathways. And the situation is about independence. This is I have arrived. She's got her butterfly wings on display here. She's fabulous. Okay, so whoever I'm pulling for here, this is like energy is starting to even out when we are looking at our feminine energy, looking at the shadows of the subconscious, and then bringing those to conscious light here. So bottom of the deck pairing with that 4 of Wands, then the High Priestess would be driving, following the intuition of that moon energy of bringing our subconscious conscious. This is now, I know what's in there, but I might not be talking about it yet. And then the opportunity here is 8 of Wands for Spirit here. This is kind of a blend of 6 swords in this deck. This is Spirit helping to pull her. She's like, okay, right at the very edge of this growth, of this understanding, of this balance. And Spirit's like, okay, let me pull you up the rest of the way. Normally, wands aim down towards water. So I think it's really interesting that not only does it resemble a Scorpio energy where the sun actually is in 6 of Swords, but it's on an upward movement. So it's onward and upward. Okay. The situation is about, could be the revelation of this secret for ourselves. And this is all about seeing something from a higher perspective, guys, just like Rick on Casablanca. This is the nest at the top. This is the highest peak she could be, this High Priestess. And there's bat wings here to be indicative of can fly through the night, using our own intuition to guide us there. And you're coming in as, I'm willing now to look at these skeletons regarding all the one-to-one connections that are very special in my life, all the one-to-one connections along the way, because the moon is very much a solo journey. We have people point out our subconscious to us sometimes, not in greatest ways, because we get triggered, right? Whatever they do or say sometimes. And when we're in a place where we react instead of respond, that's our little clue of, okay, there's a trigger there. That is what is coming up for healing from this full moon revelation here we just had in Leo. So that energy is going to be lingering as long as we have the stellium here in Aquarius, because they're counterbalancing each other. And really, Aquarian energy is so weighted heavily right now. There's no planets or energy bodies in Leo, but there is 2 asteroids, Apollo, the masculine sun god of leadership, masculines who guide. Remember, again, Mars is stepping into improvement, and it's an evening lawn party, moderating our self-proclamation in order to enjoy blending with others. Could be that there's this masculine energy pulling us out of hiding. We shall see, or our own yang. Okay, and then also the things that a Sculpa, the asteroid, is there in Leo as well. And this one's interesting because that asteroid represent what was on the brink comes back miraculously, working to revive and resurrect. So coming back to Captain and Tennille, is there going to be a comeback for some kind of duo? especially wherever that Leo Aquarius axis is in your chart. And that Leo symbol is at an old sea captain, which is King of Cups energy, someone who's diplomatic, someone who's a fair ruler. All right. And then we do have the Six of Pentacles here regarding this Eight of Wands, where Spirit's trying to pull us to. I feel like it's a message. There may be a pattern here of not really sure what we're giving out, more so of being willing to give, but they're not holding anything. What's the exchange here? And why are the people that are dressed taking from the person here in muslin? All right. So that could be very well here. I've never read this energy like this before, but with these two coming together here, this can even be a spirit figure. And this is literally. It's literally karma, guys. It's not, it's a neutrality. So she's like, okay, here's the karma coin rewards. Try to say that 5 times fast. She's passing out these positive karma coins to those who have done the work, and those that still need to be working, they're doing their work, but the reward may not quite come in yet. So that's going to be what I'm going to be looking for here tonight. Those of you, I've been seeing a lot of progression in the collective as far as doing this healing work, so I'm really proud of that and happy to feel that vibrational shift as well. So especially in these one-to-one dynamics and your independence, your own ability to count on your own damn self here, male or female, again, balance the energy. That is what brings us the energy of what we actually do want to come in. Now, in the recent past here, whatever you've been confused about. So this can be emotional fragmentation. It can also be spoiled for choice. It can also be us trying on, well, okay, now that I've discovered these things that have been hiding in my own moon, even from me, what's next? What hat should I put on next? What should I try my hand at here? What is guiding that? Seven of Cups. Okay, because you've done the work here. The Pinnacle of Pentacles. What shall I try my hand at next? Which one of these dandelions should I wish into next to make my wish? Now we can only start that next pentacle as the 10 converts to the ace once this sprite has climbed up out of the antiquated old way. Okay, so this is a new discovery here. So I'm going to read that because it's paired with the 10 of Pentacles as the spoiled for choice rendition of that energy. Heart of the reading here. Haven't been using your voice. Her head is kind of disappeared here down into her clavicle. But then we have a crane here, which is indicative of past life soulmate energy. I don't know if our story's coming in here already, and maybe you could picture yourself as Ilsa, and maybe you've got an old Rick and maybe you got a new Victor, and you got to get on a plane here. Either way, I don't know. Let's see if that story is going to be literal or not. It also did connect me back to the Tuesday read regarding the dark. Okay, our song was Dancing in the Dark on Tuesday by Josie. The B-side of Captain Tennille's Do That To Me One More Time is Deep in the Dark. So if we've been deep in the dark here, now we're dancing in it. Okay. And now with this Aquarian energy, we have a third eye opening here, especially with that support from spirit, seeing something from a spiritual perspective rather than, well, that was my lover. I wanted them, right? Okay, we're seeing the higher octave of love here. Now, in the near future, this is a reunion energy, and I'm coming back to this the white gowns, the white gloves, the wedding attire. I'm going to pause real quick because I want to see if anybody shared what I want to know who had poofy sleeves, 80s wedding gown. I want to know who had the braid across their forehead. I want to know if who wore gloves, all the fun stuff. So a big hello to Miss Kathy, Miss Diana. Thank you guys so much for being here. Miss Brandy's in the house. Miss Ashley. Hey there, Brett. And we also have Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy. I saw Liz. I did. Hi, Miss Liz. Thank you so much for being here. And also thank you, Miss Marsha, for being here too. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, the soundtrack of your soul. That was one of the things I posted today. I think one of the shorts, from the Tuesday reading that I'm talking about now, the soundtrack of our life. Definitely go back and look at the Tuesday reading. It has a purple lover's energy color because it's a third eye day. It was a third eye day on Tuesday. Okay, so I thought I saw someone put up that they had gloves. I love that. You go ahead and wear those cute white gloves. I love them. Easter gloves. Absolutely. I have a picture of, a hat and gloves every Easter. But yeah, my grandma's like, don't you want, some toys or something fun to buy? No, I just wanted the damn box of the Reader's Digest so I could, what's it called not when you purge, when you binge. I wanted to binge read all of the Can This Marriage Be Saved articles in the old Reader's Digest instead of doing highlights for kids. That's what that was. Nobody ever claimed that I was not weird. Well, I think you probably figured that one out by now anyway. The secret's out. Okay, near future. So, a mature woman reawakened to romance in the later stages of her life. Well, here comes a King of Pentacles. What's supporting the back and forth here of independent energy is somebody with their fuck it stick going, hey, the soundtrack of our life is still happening. Look at this little record here playing. This record player and her vinyl that she's spinning here. So perhaps someone is putting a record skip in your Two of Pentacles here. What are we dilly-dallying back and forth about? A reunion here with someone older. So this Three of Cups energy would denote that you would know who this person is. Let's see what we got here as the block, healing. Okay, so in the past, with this emotional fragmentation, that's what we've been working on healing. Now, when Chiron is the block, this is today's star energy. Today's date adds up to a 17. So here's the new vortex or the new cycle we can start once we understand how to transmute that pain into wisdom. This is Chiron here in energetics. Even though it's a star card of Scorpio, it's a rendition of Chiron, which is at the Four of Wands currently in the last decan of Aries. So it's like the healing maybe here isn't complete. The Joji song Dancing in the Dark on Tuesday was Give Me a Reason We Should Be Complete. He was lamenting. So it'd be like Rick going, give me the reason that we should be complete here. I know you're better off with him, but you should be with me. That's really what that Joji song was all about. So this might be us letting go here of what we hoped would be for the greater good. Driving that, patterns. Okay, they weren't awful ones though. Look at those abs. So, and again, this wedding dress energy. And Persephone was snatched down to Hades by her veil unawares. She was minding her own damn business and she got snatched down to Hades. And now she's there 6 months of the year having a good old time. So we're healing a painful pattern here and are opening up a new vortex of energy to step into. I don't feel like this is wiffle waffling here, not with the situation being your own independence. What I think this is the in-between time. It just feels weird, right? We feel like something's about to happen, but we don't know what. Let me know if you feel that way too. But this is like this in between time. We're standing here at the door to the vortex. She's not walking in yet towards perhaps this final leg of completion. Mercury's test is tomorrow. And that is the testing degree here. We have to, the goal of Aquarius is the ability to envision the universe as a kaleidoscope of never ending diversity and also as a point of radiant light. We do that by shifting our spiritual perspective, like Rick, the nightclub owner in Casablanca. We shift it up a spiritual notch. It's not only ever about our own broken hearts, it's what is best for the higher good. Okay, so that is, in a nutshell, Seven of Swords in the positive light of that. Now, what Spirit wants you to know here, Three of Swords would be our Libra energy. That's what's here now, presently. Two to Swords to Three of Swords later on tonight. So what Spirit wants you to know is there's this fear of heartache. I feel like that's what's healing here. The fear isn't there. It was only emotional fragmentation from past patterns. Okay. And Spirit's saying here, this is just a fear that has created these patterns that are in need of healing. All right. Let's see what's driving that Three of Swords. Another 33 energy. Three of Pentacles. Dancing in the Dark, 3 people. Casablanca, 3 people. Do that to me one more time. Well, we don't know because it was the 70s, and who knows if they had a bowl with people to put their keys in when you walked into that party. I mean, we don't judge here at Learn Love Tarot. So we do not judge. Maybe. So this ever shared dream, y'all know I'm joking. Ish. 3 of Pentacles in this deck. I love that they bring in a water element here because the water is calm. So driving that 3 of Swords, this could be literally just our mind making up stories and filling in the blanks. Okay. So what's guiding that here is this shared new beginning. I'm afraid if I begin something new and we go, okay, let's start this project. Let's start this new, what's it called with a C? Not camaraderie, not companionship. I'll get it. It'll come. This new collaboration, cheese and rice. Okay, the new collaboration here. Every time I start a new collaboration, first stop yourself right there because that's swords. Snap your rubber band and don't say every time nothing. Okay, stop yourself in your tracks. Okay, don't get farther up your legs with those emotions. Stop right there and go, no, I'm going to reword that and I'm going to reframe it. Yes, we did start with a shared dream here, and that does not mean that all new starts at shared dreams are going to end in misery and are going to end up with a broken heart here. The ones that end in broken hearts is because we continue to repeat patterns, maybe just because they hot. I mean, I don't know anybody that's fun that hasn't done that. It's like the real hard to resist ones, right? You're like, I know I shouldn't, but oh my gosh, have you seen, have you seen the bod? Have you seen their eyes? Whatever it is. 33 energy, of course, being the body, mind, and spirit of the yin and of the yang. Okay. Let's see what the outcome energy is. 9 of Wands. So this is a chance here to end this pattern. The reason people are exhausted in 9 of Wands energy is because it's all about, it's Chiron, right? Chiron energy. Again, this is the wounded healer. We can keep going among the walking wounded, but that's what Spirit wants us to fix here. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you feel like you're in the in-between. Okay, you want to use your fuck it stick and just throw caution to the wind here, but I don't know if you were confused about leaving an old pattern. I think it's just, who am I now moving forward? And maybe you're just a little bit undecided and you're just like, I just got to get together with friends. Maybe when you're out with friends, here comes Daddy Warbucks here, maybe a big spender, and or Mommy Warbucks, whatever, and offers some fun for the party. It could be as simple as that. But let's see what's driving that Nine of Wands pattern, another 99. So on my notes, 27 degrees, 27 minutes, 99, Uranus squaring Mercury test, the test of communication. Do we want to stay in this mental prison, looking only down at all of the baggage across our laps? Or do we want to pull our head out of you know where and look and see that this is actually a map out of this pattern? Okay, Nine of Wands does not have to repeat the pattern, because doing the work of bringing these patterns conscious, that we can then consciously work on them, and we can consciously go, oh, yep, I've been doing that again, without judgment. Okay, without judgment is the most important part, because the reason most people don't look, and if you're here, you're not most people. Okay, the reason there was a ding to confirm that. The reason most people won't is because then it tears down the structure of the mental truth that they've built around them, whether it's true or not. Okay, and this can even be here a chance to really get with spirit, right? Helping us up and out of the way we communicate to ourselves, book ending in the environmental energy there, that Nine of Swords. So the outcome here could even be, we got Libra starting 2, 3, 4 swords. So the ending the next time is the moon is in Gemini. This is coming into end of May, even energy here with that Taurus, end of April, beginning of May, Taurus season, end of Gemini and into Gemini season. All right. I want to, I can't leave something out of Nine of Wands. Can't leave you like that. You're skipping right over the 10. Maybe that's this bucket stick here in the center of the reading that helps you get out of the weird feeling of making up stories in your mind, when it's really just a pause in the energy till the next escalator of energy arrives. We don't have to get on. We can certainly go down that old escalator of fear and not sleeping and telling ourselves stories about what it would mean to start a new collaboration. Okay. But when it's passion driven, what has been behind locked doors, maybe even in the dark, deep in the dark, perhaps. Maybe this is who does it to you one more time. Maybe. Okay, now I'm seeing these two. The first thing I'm noticing is the energy around them. So these certain portals of energy again here. You can step onto the new escalator, or we can stay stuck in this same emotional pattern where, I mean, that's no fun, guys. Nobody wants to stay there. It's not on purpose. Yes, we go through pain, sorrow, and struggles, God knows. But again, with that higher perspective of understanding, y'all know I'd been a effing wreck with the last year that I had and all the people that I lost. Like, if you don't have the higher perspective of, doesn't mean you're not sad. It doesn't mean you're not grieving. You just understand what the soul's journey is. You understand what we signed up for. So we take it less personally when someone leaves our life, where it's not all, why did this happen to me? Right? How am I going to get through this? It's, yeah, I get it. I ain't happy about it, and I'm freaking tore up from the floor up about it. But grief and that raw emotion does open your soul for that higher perspective. So there is light there as the silver lining of every cloud. So let's see what's driving your Ace of Wands. More fast energy, fast and fast. So we got fast as the opportunity to receive this spiritual guidance. The end of Aquarius, guys, is being able to see the universe as a kaleidoscope of options. If we don't like our view, if we don't like what we're feeling, if we're having nightmares, if we're having those thoughts that are ruminating, turn your little lens on your kaleidoscope. Didn't you have those when you were kids, right? Just look at a different color. You'll see all the kaleidoscope turn into something completely different here. So there's a fast passion coming in here, guys, that might have been behind closed doors for all I know. But the King of Swords of Truth is here to unblock that healing. And we've also all this air, a lot of air here. What is okay? Another 10. So there's the 10 of Wands. I said we skipped right over from the 9 right to the Ace. And who's helping us do that? The 10 of Wands here. There's the Mirror. Why have I been carrying these mental burdens? I didn't realize I was doing that. I didn't realize that I was unable to see my own truth because I've taken other people's reasons for whatever for leaving me. And yes, even in death, we get mad that, like, how dare you? Right? How dare you leave me here to deal with this shit? And when we can see, all right, that was our souls agreed to have that part of the journey. And what was it that we were supposed to gain and learn? What was the beautiful lesson? No matter how hard won, no matter how tumultuous, did we continue to do that tumultuous bus? Or did it help us lead us to a deeper, greater truth about our own path, our own archway, and where it is that we want to go next? Okay. I want to see here, can I get any more on I want a little bit more on this. No, I don't want to know about the old collaboration because that'll be, maybe I do. Why are we so scared of a new collaboration, of a shared new beginning here? What's the fear here with this new collaboration? Why does Spirit want us to know that not all new collaborations end in a 3 of Swords? I mean, because that water's calm around it. And this tells me that this reading, it's the mental anguish, the convincing. Okay. Wow. Why? The question is, why here? Are we seeing the calm waters of this new beginning, this new collaborative start from a 3 of Swords perspective? Why are we so worried about it? Because you got a lot of happiness writing on that. And not only do you have discover what's been hiding in your moon, that helps you then decide your truth of what is it that I really do want then? What would make me happy? Tuesday's reading had the big energy of Archangel Gabriel, Shamuel coming through, of the solar plexus chakra. It's about joy. This is all about joy. So if we are in gratitude, even in times of grief, then we always still have something to be thankful for, guys. We can be thankful for the friends and family that text and say, are you okay? Right? We can always hold gratitude because a lot of people don't have even that. So remember that. The card that had not flipped over or hadn't turned it yet, that flew out here, we had a flipper in the deck of, why are we so scared of this new beginning? Are we afraid at all to not just a little question for ourselves? Are we afraid to get what we want? Okay. Some people don't know or are confused. Well, I'm not sure I really understand what happiness is then after leaving this old pentacle. How do I start building all over again after I leave a 10 of Pentacles? Well, first we got to conquer this fear of anytime we collaborate with someone that is just going to end in 3 swords for us. Only if we are unaware of the pattern and we continue to repeat them. Whoever this reading is for here today, however, it's like you're so close, you're just in the in between. Okay. We're not ever fully healed. I don't believe, because I think once we've done what came here to do, then that is when our soul plan knows it's time for ourselves to exit. Sometimes we only come here for a little bit to bring parents together or bring people together, or they had one little mission, and sometimes it's just to have some time so that they can incarnate, right away into something else. So what is flipped over here, we got the Sisters of Fate. Okay. And that timing is all planned ahead for us. Our own souls do it. We have those exit points, right? And we have to accept, even though it's not a fun part of life, we have to accept that there are going to be joys, there are going to be sorrows, and the universe will always balance itself out and help us out to balance energy. And this is when fate intervenes here and either helps us out with the reward of, okay, you did your work here, you get your Ace of Pentacles. And if not, we're still working on it. We're still going down the old patterns. We're still waiting there, but it's just not time for that daddy saddy reward yet. It's not time for that tangible 3D reward yet. Two of Wands. It's all about choosing a different choice. Okay. And so you are manifesting from a place of happiness is always going to bring that ship in. Okay. I know in Casablanca they left in an airplane, right? But that is where Pisces is hanging on, hanging on the north node of Dharma there. Pisces is hanging on for dear life with an aviator in the clouds. And that is all about still flying the plane of life, even if you can't see the land below because they're obscured by clouds. We still got to fly, even with masks on, even though we don't know. It's about faith, right? It's all about faith here. And I'm wondering here whatever's been in the dark, if we're ready to make our move here. What is deep in the dark is coming out in the sun here. And again, the Leo full moon is revealing whatever seed we planted July 24th last summer. So that's going to be different for everyone. Let me know if you've already seen that come to fruition. Let me get best advice for us here about maybe what we need to shift our spiritual level or our spiritual notch up a bit. What's going to help us do that? Do you guys know if Ardath, I'm assuming, is a flower of some sort? A field of Ardath in bloom. Again, I'm just coming back to, you're not just going to have one possibility when you heal this soundtrack of your life. The soundtrack is going to be those songs that have built up and been with us through our life, right? So this is going to resonate. Maybe you're just not feeling like singing a song or hearing a song right now, but I really do feel like it's just in that little in-between energy of getting ready to shift in the nodes, getting ready to shift into Pisces tomorrow. Mercury will be. So that's all about our dreams kind of coming and dream communication, right? Communicating what our dream is, what it is that will bring us the best and highest joy here. All right. I think I'll save the all signs for the next one and just get advice for all here. I feel like this is a pretty dang cool reading here. I wanted to grab, here he goes, since it feels very, very spiritual. And this is how those soulmate energies come toward us too, as well. You can feel like they've been there. You feel like it's always trying to happen, but we always inevitably get in our own way. Okay, well, it's very spiritual. Here we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, sending the light, seeding the light, laying foundations and divine plan, stepping into a new vortex, into a higher timeline that will bring us joy, that is been divinely guided here, that has been planned for us all along in our astrological birth charts. And that is going to be paired with this masculine energy of the triangle pointing up, all that Aquarius in the sky, the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So if this reading's for you and you've been doing the work here, you're stepping into independent energy, you're beating the fear of heartbreak and anything new, and here comes your spiritual upgrade. That's not a spiritual upgrade. I don't know what is one. Whales have been coming up too, and look, here's the new start. That will be new moon energy. So after the moon goes black at the bottom of the roller coaster, the light starts crescenting on that right hand side. And that is in what Spirit wants us to know. So definitely new beginning energy here. And it could be coming out here right after the next new moon. This says deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Right here. Use this in between time to keep being curious. Go through the soundtrack of your life so that you know where you're going next. We know where we have been that we don't like and that didn't work for us. Akasha Records here. Your guidance is divinely guided. Already said it. Wow. I ain't mad at these. I mean, that's quite beautiful. If you're new here and you just used to gossipy tarot, I am not that channel. I'm silly and I am nosy and I like to go in layers. So thank you for your patience as I try to get through our story here. Will this duo make a comeback? Maybe that's your very question here. Let's ask. Will this duo make a comeback? Let's look if it's this reading. If this reading is for you with the Aquarian stellium, will this duo make a comeback? Didn't have any queens. So we had, I mean, come on, High Priestess, Moon, Star, Sun. That's a lot of major arcana here. Reunion. Okay. I need to reach out. So for whoever this reading is for, as far as the do it to me one more time, and is this duo going to make a comeback? They are wanting to reach out. Remember, the masculine energy is following an inner guidance and are in an energy of improvement. And that is crossed by someone is unhappy. That could be in their energy of this other person, or if this is simply your own yin and yang energy. Maybe you're sharing your dirty laundry with someone. It kind of looks like laundry to me here, or when they communicate with you, this is the reason for the shift, is that they're reaching out because they're unhappy and perhaps letting you know that themselves and a past partner, there's again astrology, this would be Vedic astrology, letting you know that they outgrew someone. Send me an email if that happens. I'll be dying to know. All right, let's go through the rest of the signs. Pisces, I'll see if it comes back around. I am their light, the age of light here. Pisces, will this come back? Well, is this a comeback for a duo? Pisces, you have moved on, and there's the roller coaster. You moved on from some kind of roller coaster because of lies and partial truths. And on the floor, learning to forgive. Okay. That's all part of it. If we hang on to the anger of what others do, then that's taking the poison ourselves instead of expecting the other person to get sick. What about for Aries? Aries, will this duo be making a comeback? Again, learning to forgive. So there was something there between the Pisces crossing over into Aries season. What about for Taurus? Taurus, will this duo be making a comeback? Will a duo be making a comeback? Whatever's been hidden in your moon, whatever Four of Wands has been hidden in your moon. Maybe you're seeing 1111 a lot. Taurus. Taurus, it still hurts. Okay. So again, this is near future in the environmental energy. They could be coming to tell you about that old energy, and but they're still in pain. I'd give them some time here, Taurus. Or if they are a Taurus, I'd definitely be giving them some time to recoup. All right. What about for Gemini? If this is a Gemini, will this come back? Will this be a comeback for a duo? Gemini, Gemini thinks you didn't mean it. Okay, or you think a Gemini doesn't mean it. And there's candles here. You don't think they're holding a candle, and they do, or they think you're not holding a candle and you do. Take it for however it works for you. So allow some time and space. It might take them a hot minute to start believing if they got a little toe up from the flow up. What about for Cancer? Will this comeback make a duo if this person or your energy is a Cancer? Consider all the parts in your chart that are holding Cancer, especially if it's fifth house, seventh house of one-to-one relationships. Okay. Could be eighth house of secrets. What about for Cancer? Will this be a comeback for a duo? Fives, a change. Top. A detour. Will this come back? I feel like that's a yes, because there's a detour and it's coming back around. It's a comeback, okay? A comeback for a duo. There was a little detour there. Full moon energy, which is the who this reading is for today. Whoever's been doing the work of their subconscious, what's hidden in their moon. What about for Leo? That was a flipper, I thought. Nope. Leo. This person or you are a Leo. Is this a comeback for the duo? Yep, that one definitely flipped. Someone has unmet needs here, Leo. Bottom of the deck. There are other priorities. They're just not focusing on that right now. Like I said, Leo and Aquarius axis, that Aquarius axis is heavily, heavily weighted. All right. What about Virgo? If this is a Virgo, is it a comeback for the Virgo? Is this a comeback for a duo here? Triggers. And this looks like a toothache to me, and it also sometimes looks like what's underneath the iceberg. So there may be some confusion here. And if that complete healing is still a block, there might be something that's feels like a toothache that you're going through. Maybe it's something that's a pain in your butt. I don't know, Virgo. But if that other person could be dealing with triggers as well. What about for, thank you, Libra? Okay, karmic, just what I'm talking about. That is not a dirty word. That is simply the energy balancing. What is due to us will always arrive. And we got South Node energy. Of course, I just talked about Virgo and Pisces hanging on for dear life into that 10, symbol 10. And It's been there for like a week. I thought by Friday we'd be moving to the 9th lesson. We're still in the 10th lesson there. Two heads looking beyond the shadows. So perhaps here again with the block being healing of the shadow. That could be some people that are just coming around toward that energy. All right, Libra. What about for Scorpio? Scorpio, will this be a comeback for a duo? Scorpio, commitment, and it was in reverse. I know Liz did like a palm reading segment on her show, so I don't know if there's a connection there for you. You might want to go back and check out that reading. She had a lot of great information there as far as just, it's fun to look at our own hand and see what we got going on in there. So Scorpio, the commitment, it was upside down. Maybe a commitment's upside down right now, or a commitment's about to be upside down. Okay. What about if this dynamic duo involves a Sagittarius? Sagittarius, please. Is this a comeback for a duo? 3. Nope. There will be a return. Okay, so that's the most forward answer we've had here, Sag. Okay, what about for Capricorn? Will there be a comeback of this duo? There are regrets, Aquarian energy. So again, we got a Aquarian stellium there, and Capricorn would be a teacher to Aquarius and vice versa because they're semi-sextile to each other. Ignoring the pain is could be ignoring the pain of the regret. Okay, don't stay in that 3 of Swords over an old new beginning there, Capricorn. And what about for, that's it, right? Yep. Yes. Because we already did Aquarius and Pisces. Okay. I get to say hi to you guys, and also so you can put into the chat there your questions. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If there were any cards that you jotted down, or any cards that made you go, go ahead and tell me what that is, and I will pull specifically on that card's energy for you. Okay. For example, if you're like, what was the result of my inquiry here into what's hidden in my moon? That's a pretty big question. So that might be better for a one-to-one reading. However, can say something like, what's the best part of my independent energy here? Venus is at a butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed. So situation is, for me, 1,000% about love, but think about all the love we have in our life. It doesn't 100% have to be romantic, but if he is wanting to do some things in the dark with them, I sure hope it is. We ain't doing that with no friend. Thank you very much. I don't think people in their 50s have friends with benefits anymore. I don't think that's a thing. I don't know, but I mean, I certainly wouldn't know at this point. So let me know. Okay, I got my paper. Let me get my names. And if this is where you are leaving me for, and you're not staying to ask a question for all signs, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your love, time, and energy. Speaking of one of my loves, look at this, guys. This was did not even plan to do this. My little Christmas gift from Monica. Isn't that the cutest? And it has all these cute phrases all over it, and it's the sweetest thing in the whole entire world, and I just love it. Okay. Karma corn. I know. I couldn't find my glasses either right before I went on. I was like, usually. I walked around the house the other day for like a long time looking for my damn phone, which is I'm always looking for my phone. And here it was like in my back pocket. I was just like, oh my God, I can't deal with me sometimes. I cannot. Muskrat, was that Captain and Tennille? How did that one go? I don't know if I remember. For your 89 wedding, a pale pink princess gown. The poofs. I love it. And off the shoulder. Gotta love it off the shoulder. I love that cut. There's Miss Moni Moni. How are you? I had a prom dress or few with poofy sleeves too. My freshman year was, did you guys ever have the hoop, the actual wire hoop, and you had to like sit it on the dashboard? You got in the car to go to the dance. Oh my gosh. Okay, looking for questions, guys. There's Miss Jennifer. Hi, how are you? I wore my grandmother's wedding dress. So, okay. Yes, with match, you had to have the matching satin heels and you had to take in the sample of cloth from the hem from the inside so that they could match the shoes exactly. Very important. Had to match exactly. Oh, good luck. Tell him to break a leg there, Marcia, for the audition. Be safe. AD, you made it. Thank you, Kathy, for reminding people to hit the like button because I hardly ever do. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, sister. Okay. Okay. So there we go with some questions. I think it looks like Kathy is the first one. Are you with your sister now, Kathy? I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to pull on energy that is not directly your own. I will tap into the best of my ability. Let's see, answer she's looking for. And that looks like I can certainly do a tonight. Okay, I can certainly do like a yes or no thing, which reminds me, my girlfriend's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Jessica. Her first grandbaby was supposed to be born. And she was like, oh my gosh, it'd be the best birthday present ever if my grandson was born on my birthday. And I pulled cards and I was like, it's possible, but I'm saying a day. And sure as shit, he was born at, I think she said 2:07 p.m. today. So I even had the cards that looked like the baby was coming down the birth canal. It was hysterical. So yeah, he was born today. Diana's open. Thank you, Miss Diana. There's Kaylee. Miss Brandy's open. Thank you, guys. That is whatever's comes out. Yes. I'll take anything. All right. So plus, oh, okay. And let's see here. Miss Ashley. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Judy, that was the whole heart of the reading, the in between, where it's like teetering back and forth. There's nothing to say, nothing to talk about, because her head was down in her clavicle, right? And it's like doo doo doo. Not much it feels like not much going on, but it always to me feels like a big energetic pause. And it's like that, it kind of feels like wait for it, wait for it. So let's see how advice about getting unstuck or why. Okay, got it, got it, got it. Miss Liz, is that a heart for the peeps or to have a message? Let me know. It was avocado. How'd I miss that one? I know the in between is uncomfortable. I'm not really much of a fan either. We all like to know, don't we? What is going on with my okay, I don't hardly wear ponytails anymore, but all right, we'll just have to live with it. You guys don't care how I look. Okay. Kaylee, me too. Liz, if you're still here, holler at me, girl. I'd love to pull for you. You've done so much for me. So Kathy's sister self, Diana, Brandy, Ashley, Judy, and Kaylee. Let's go. I hope we're ready to go. No one else involved with the pause. It is. Yeah, it does feel like it's stirring. It's just like it is getting ready. It's like that. It's like this, guys. This is what it feels like. We're sitting on the precipice. Let me see if I can find. This is today's energy, the star. We're sitting on this precipice. We're like right at the bottom of the new escalator. Okay. And it's like the people that have done the work of transmuting pain into wisdom, which looks like that reading tonight here, or you're super, super close. Even at least being able to willing to look in the moon of the subconscious, that's a big deal. That is a huge win to be curious about that. So that's going to be where we are. So at the precipice though of a new escalator, or we can certainly be like, should I stay? I'm kind of bored. I don't know what to do. What's happening? Nothing's happening. You can certainly go down that 9 of Wands again. It didn't look fun to me, but I'll never tell you what to do. Okay. Oh, early. Okay. All right. Well, you just let me know here, Chicky. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, girls and boys. Miss Kath, I want to pull with. Let's go with here. Okay, I'm looking for, will Kathy's sister get the answer that she wants? So I shared with you guys, some of you guys, our news, the latest tough news, and like it was so nice to hear from Jessica to kind of like even that out and be the silver lining today. A new baby being born is always awesome. Okay, so a 3 of Pentacles for me is there's on the first step here. So whatever the response is tonight, Kathy, it's like she's going to get part of what she wants to hear here. Okay. She'll get part of what she wants to hear. King of Cups, energy, diplomacy, and Queen of Pentacles, peaceful abundance. Well, it looks good. So whatever she's getting ready to step up on the next step to, it is going to be about keeping her own yin and yang balanced, of course, for the best possible outcome. But Queen of Pentacles and King of Cups are 2 yes cards for me, crossing energy of 10 of Cups. So it looks like if her hand is open to receive, then lovingly complete. There's a green heart chakra there, a green crystal. So, I mean, crossing a new collaboration or a new step with a lot of love. So I don't know if that answers your question or not, but here's the partnership in there with that. So I don't know if she's married and this is support from a partner. Okay, most love in the entire deck could be just the mother figure. Maybe that's you for her, but environmental energy, persevering willpower. And notice that these headlights are green. And I feel like there with that lovingly complete, I'm coming back to as long as their hand is open to receive whatever this is, then that would be a yes. Okay, earned reward. I like those cards, so let me know how that goes. But it does look like it's the first step towards the calf. All right. What about for Miss Kathy? Anything that comes out? Okay. Whatever comes out for Miss Kath, please and thank you. All right. Let's take off the top here. So what we were just talking about, the in-between stagnant routine, it just kind of feels 8 of Cups. So we're trying to walk away from something stagnant. After the stagnancy, after that energy breaks, guys, flowing attraction, Knight of Cups. and the fruits of your labor coming to fruition. So again, for you, Kath, if you've been putting this work in, just because the energy's stagnant, we need to like mix it up and change it up here. But yeah, this is temperance energy. So it all depends about your own balance, of course. And I had two puzzle pieces in my notes today. One was at 437 because that adds to a 14. Maybe you want to jot down 437. Then I also had it at the moon in Libra, Kathy, a puzzle piece. So I don't know if that has to do with sister here, there, but the puzzle piece. And perhaps you're being patient within some kind of conflict around you. I don't know if you're having to play peacekeeper right now for some reason. Let me know here. But as far as what you need to know is that after this stagnancy here, the reward for the work that you've been doing, okay, is coming to fruition here. Part of Aquarians, even though this is a Seven of Pentacles here, one of Aquarians' lessons was I think a child born of an eggshell. That date of that Sabian symbol being on my notes of that there might be a courting date there for you for some reason. And then Knight of Cups. Okay. Pisces energy there, water energy flowing attraction. Knight of Cups can be in love with love, but it feels maybe kind of like a nice way to shake up the day. I don't think you're mad at it. I don't know if you're interested, but it might be just fun. It just might feel nice to be seen by this person. Okay. Because you're like, oh man, I needed something to break up this monotony. What else for Kath? Anything else for Kathy, please? 3. One more. Okay, there you go. Newfound clarity. So again, that 10 is getting ready to convert to an ace here. New knowledge coming in. What has been stagnant is getting broken up by some kind of fun. Somebody that wants to go have a good time. If you get to go on I don't know if you're in motorcycle riding weather yet. I wouldn't think so. No, because you have just as much snow as we did. What's driving that? Another motorcycle. So maybe it's a person that drives a motorcycle. Okay. And yeah, grandiose temptations, the 7 of cups that was in the past energy there, spoiled for choice. A third, come on, something to do with motorcycles, girl. I don't know. That's 3. What knight is missing? We got swords, wands, and cups. That would be the pentacles. So they may be a little fly by nighty. Maybe this lesson that you're learning, I don't care how bored I get. I know I just open up a can of worms if I'm not really that attracted to them and they're only attracted to me. That's the reward of having that discernment. Okay. And unstoppable force. So new information coming in regarding the way you are perceiving new suitors, I believe is what that is here, Miss Kath. I feel like you done learned your lesson there. And you're like, yeah, it's cute. Might have been more tempting in the past. But it's like they're just showering you with attention there. And you're like, yeah, you cute, but I know how that turns out. Temperance. I turn that into wisdom. I do not want to live in a dating land of, I don't know, and teeter-tottering back and forth. All right. How about for Miss Diana? I'm going to change up my deck here. Hold on. I know you Earth, but I got pulled to a Scorpio deck. Okay, this came out in the environmental energy there in the reading 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords. So at a crossroads kind of energy. Decision you might not want to have to make, but there is a 10 of Pentacles that's already completed. We saw that in the reading too. Okay, that was the past energy, leaving a completed 10 of Pentacles and starting off on a new with what kind of masks what do I want to try out next? What's going on for Miss Diana next? What does Spirit want her to know? Please and thank you. I was getting quite a few eights there in the shuffle, which isn't normal. Like it's, 4, 5, 6s. So you're coming in here as the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The queen of that 10 of what we're exiting. Now we're starting with a queen, and the opportunity energy from the reading, 6 of Pentacles. There's 5 smaller things up in the air here and 1 huge thing. So like 1 main project and then some smaller projects. One of those 6 is the 9 of Cups of wish fulfillment. So I don't know if you need to put something down so you can differentiate which one of these is the biggest offer. This can be again, spoil for choice, multiple offers coming in regarding your happiness, because Queen of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy, she attracts it in, right? I love that. Chariot energy, life's about to come at you fast, honey. So Chariot after the Lovers. The Chariot is the delivery of our heart's best intentions. And it's also after the stage of the Lovers. Get that yin and yang in balance. Okay, great. We're on the same page here. We're on the same trail. Then the harder job of the Chariot is to keep those 2 heads together. So this feels like here there's one big whopper of a happy card here, and also the Queen of Pentacles is holding it. This is a matching pentacle. So I don't know if it's somebody who doesn't seem like much at first, but this is the same size pentacle that you're holding. Okay. There's 5 all around. It could even be 5 other suitors, and this one suitor is the only one that's going to match your energy. But a Queen of Pentacles would have had plenty of one-to-one relationship dynamics and to examine from her past. She's the queen or the senior of the class. And because you juggled all those smaller energies in the past, you know what a real deal is. You know what a real offer is, and you know what it isn't. But life's about to come fast here with heart intentions. Look at that. You learn the lesson of discernment. You know what's a small pentacle, and you know what is the real deal, because it's only the vibrational match is what a Queen of Pentacles will accept. She ain't having it. She's not dating no freshman. You've learned the lesson of discernment here and how to avoid towers. Yeah. Third queen. Okay, Queen of Wands. Somebody good looking. Mars energy, sudden, especially with that double Mars energy here. A tower could be Aries or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be what I say. Someone with a matching energy, matching cup. Diana, who's been doing some good work. Wow. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Miss Brandy. Brandy, I hope that helps there, Miss Diana. Queen of Pentacles, and it's someone coming to offer. It might not seem like much. It might not seem like much. So we had the Wands, the Cups, we had the Wands, the Pentacles, and what was the third? Queen, Swords. So missing the Queen of Cups. Okay, got it. Someone's coming in. It might be like one of those situations where like you're like, oh, I've got other balls in the air. Sorry. Not literally. But this one might go unnoticed or something, but you notice the vibrational difference of that person. So I don't think it's like your maybe not your normal type. What is going on with this little unicorn thing? Okay. Not your normal type, but it's like out of all the others, it's someone that maybe you wouldn't have picked just straight from the gate from a picture by looking, but let them talk because I think you're going to see that you have things in common. Either that, or you'll feel a vibrational frequency there that you haven't got to feel before because it actually matches yours. Okay. Thank you, Miss Liz. Love you. All right, Miss Branda, what's going on? I just told my Scorpio friend that the moon is moving out of Scorpio and into Sagittarius at 2:22 p.m. I think on, let's see, what day is that? Moving out of Scorpio and into Sag. It's in my dang graphics. 2:22 a.m. on the 10th. So maybe jot that down if 222 is a synchronicity you see. What's up for you, Brandy? What in the world? Queen of Pentacles again. Okay. You guys are on your A game. I told you the energy shifting. Two of Cups on the bottom. Here comes the Knight. They got some loyalty coming in here. Okay. And it's going to stop what? The end of your hermiting. Have you been overworking? Empress energy? Dang. Is this someone really, they could be older. They could just be super, super wise, but it's like you've learned all there is to learn about stops and starts and new beginnings here. You still holding on to your dream inside the lantern here. This could also be someone that's older that's experienced an ending and is come in to share their wisdom, okay, about their journey. They might not come in the presence of offering the cup, but like blatantly, they're going to be like, let me just take you to dinner, or here, I saw this at such and such place, and they bring it to you. I thought of you. And you might not think it's romantic, but the intention, even though if it's I don't know, you said you needed a toaster, something arbitrary, and I brought you over a toaster because I had two. It's like somebody likes you. It's more than just a toaster. I know that's a silly example, but it's like they think they're walking towards this empress here. So, getting some kind of upgrade. What's this have to do with what's Brandon need to know here? Bringing you are the empress. Okay. And what I say about this hermit, the stars inside the lantern. You light, oh God, that's corny, but I'm saying it anyway. You light up their life. You make them whole to carry on, to light up their day. What is that? You light up my life. I don't even remember who sings that. But yeah, look at all this major arcana. Wow. So jot this down. Queen of Cups crossed by Two of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. And then I'm like, who is this person? It's either transformed, they've been on a long journey and are coming back to tell about their journey, but it's for a reason that's not really the reason. It's something like, oh, I just picked this up. But it's really out of love because they're seeing you as the light, as their princess. They want to tell you about what they've come to evaluate regarding you. They're in an independent energy. So 9 and 9 here. 18 is the moon. That's who you guys came in for as the reading. If somebody wasn't independent before or they've just been gone a while, it's been a while, Fred Durst. since I've seen your face. Okay. Let's just say you left a lasting impression with whoever this was, Brandy. You left a lasting impression. I don't know, maybe they sport a mustache and beard, and I don't know. I'll text you into that one. All right. It's in the song. So I'm guessing you're chuckling because you already know damn well what that song says. Okay. Brandy, do tell. All right. Miss Ash, what's going on with you? What's going on with Miss Ashley, please? And thank you. What does Ashley need to know? Toggling between a 5 and a 6. Okay. So whatever you're toggling between here, why are we in a mental prison about what it is that we want, our star, our dream, our hope? The star takes a long time to get to. Okay. And we certainly can't get there when we're bound up in 8 of Swords. So to get the only person that can get us out of 8 of Swords is our own selves, because it's our mind, right? But it's like are you talking yourself out of a dream or something that it is that you really want? Yeah, what'd I say? 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. You're toggling back and forth. I mean, the star's going to cream an 8 of Swords any day, but is this like guilt about a dream, honey? It should never feel that way. And if somebody makes you feel guilty about your dream, or if you're feeling that way, maybe that would be a little bit of a shadow to look at of why in the world would we feel bad about what it is that we want. You're not too much. It's not too much to ask. Okay. Yeah, it's causing jealousy because it'll piss somebody off or because it'll make somebody mad. I don't want to cause a fight. 5 of Wands is nothing. That's brat energy. Yeah, doesn't matter. King of Swords. It does not matter. Walk towards your own damn truth, no matter what that is. And the people that matter don't mind. And the people that do mind don't matter. What advice can we give you here? Why it's not selfish. I'm not getting that at all. It's you're sacrificing too much here, whatever this energy is. I don't know exactly what I'm pulling on here for you, girl, but there's nothing to feel guilty about here. I don't know what this decision is or why it's such a problem for somebody else, maybe. All these 2s, and I just mentioned 2, 2, 2. So now we have the 2 of Wands thrown into the mix here. Okay, so you can keep doing that and stuffing down your dream so that it doesn't cause any kind of upset for anybody else. But remember that 5 of Wands here that was behind this 2 of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands is where we start creating this star. Those sticks are all forming. They're trying to collaborate into a dream there. And I feel like you're not getting your part, or it's like your things are getting overridden. But you got to take a different action, because what you're doing there, like just simply feeling guilty about what your dream is, like, okay, what's the compromise in? And is this even a person? I don't know who that might be for you that's causing an issue or is taking issue, or whether you're just thinking this yourself of, oh, I can't ask that, or I can't do that. Ask and apologize later. Always ask. Always state. You can always renegotiate. What's driving that Two of Wands, Page of Swords? I'll just observe. Okay, when you stand up for what it is that you want and you make a decisive action, you choose whether to stay in that old, familiar, comfy place of knowing, or whether to try something different than this person around you, this Page of Swords energy. Not that's putting you at the crossroads. It's like they're not making a decision, maybe. Yeah, somebody's being stubborn. Who's being an asshole here? Because somebody's it's somebody around. That's why they have problem with this, because there's something they're not saying. Someone's pretending. This is like man baby energy here, Emperor without an Empress. You don't put, a Page and a Swords and an Emperor, just that's not Emperor energy. That's an out of balance Emperor that's stuck. Emperors are decisive. They know what they want, when they want it, and where they want to go. But whoever this is, like, you want to make another decision or a different choice. But it's like this freshman energy here, seeing how he's holding this crossroads, and then crossroads, Two Swords is underneath it. It's like they're throwing a wrench in the works and causing like you had something decided. Sorry, I'm stumbling here. It's a lot. It's like, okay, we're at this crossroads. What do you think about this or this? And they're the ones not making a decision to delay something, or out of a need to control. So they have control of something. I say make the damn decision. And if they don't want to have any input, then it's going to be exactly the way you want it. Okay, advice here for, I don't know what this is, Ash, but I don't want that Two of Swords. I already had it. Advice about the Two of Swords. If this person's feigning a crossroads, or it's, very stubborn. We had that childishness in the environment too of that Five of Wands. It's like you're clear on the dream. The other person's still sketching theirs in Crayola crayon. And being, so it's this person here. I said, just take over and be like, okay, I wouldn't ask him anymore. Stop asking. You do it. Okay. They're just using it as a delay technique, or just to show their level of control, because that's the only way they can control something. I don't know what the situation is. So that's about, they're just trying to stir some shit up. What are they trying to stir up? The most love in the entire deck. Seven of Wands, stand your ground. But this person that's pushing back, it's not for the reason that you think it is. They're just, this is like a personality kind of, I'm not going to go with, I might. I'll just say, how about we just say narcissistic traits? They display a lot of selfishness and a lot of my way or the highway. And when I don't get my way, I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it and cause a problem for other people. It just feels like it's a huge pain in your ass. Let me see if I can get anything about what this might be. I just don't know what this is. What's this person's problem here? That's definitely not Ashley's energy. What's this person's fucking problem? Insatiable, uncontrollable, must have. Come on. They an asshole. That's what I got. At the same, like, profile creeping, Page of Swords. It's like someone's observing, someone's watching you, being judgy. But then when it comes time to, okay, well, what do you think? I don't know. No, girl, no. Game plan. Take over the damn thing. You're the one that has a clear insight and clear vision of whatever that is. And it's just someone else not feeling like they have any control, very childishly poking sticks at any idea. I don't think it would matter what it was. They would just disagree to be disagreeable. Someone really, really selfish. I do not like their energy. If you don't have to deal with that person, no way I would. Like if it's a coworker, I'd be like, can I get assigned to a different place? I wouldn't want to work with that person. What a pain in the ass. Girl, what is going on? I don't know what that was. Woo! I learned a thing or two about learning to deal with those kind of people. If you ever want to reach out, I've learned a thing or 100 about that type of personality. Yeah. All right, Miss Judy. Miss Judy, what can we get? Okay, Judy, talk to me about what we're doing to uptick our own energy, right? Are we doing the me talks and pampering ourselves, putting on good music, etc., etc.? Okay. So 4 of Cups is am I making lemonade out of lemons? Are ya? 4 of Cups in this deck. Yes, it's normally a 7 of Pentacles thing. It's featured on the 7 of Pentacles card here too. But this is like, okay, I got the whole picture here. And I have an empty cup. It's like, Tuesdays is your cup. That was part of the Billie Eilish song. Is your cup half full or empty? So that's why I was prompting there about the energetics, like what kind of things have you been doing to upgrade your own energy? Because the 4 of Cups was in reverse. So that might be seeing here that in the past, I would have seen that as an empty cup. And now in reverse form, I'm learning how to see it as half full with potential regarding new beginnings and starts. Okay. And then turning right around on 5 of Swords in yourself about diplomacy and love and I can't have a king. No. Oh, did you get this last time? 2 kings. Okay. Well, there's a Pinnacle of Pentacles here on offer. Remember, we have to be a vibrational match for what it is that we actually want. So that's why I was prompting, okay, what kind of things are you doing? How are you taking care of yourself, girlfriend? Tell the universe you're ready. All right. So what's going on with you? You have a half full perspective instead of an empty perspective about new beginnings, about new starts. Okay. So she keeps her vibration high, then what's coming in for Judy? Okay, an expert at whatever this person is doing, or this can even be a new job offer where you can use your expertise that is causing you to have to choose between 2 equal truths here. Yeah, message, an offer, Page of Pentacles. This is a tangible 3D offer. It's a new start, though. I don't know if you'd have to be moving, but see what that vibrational shift does here. Okay, yeah, you're going to have to be moving an old, we can stay in 10 of Swords forever, guys, but when we shift our vibration from half full instead of empty, doing the me talks, pampering ourselves, dancing, chair dancing at the table like an idiot, to Megan the Stallion, whatever it is, it gets your vibration up. Calling a friend who's the best joke teller. Okay, this is a choice. Knight of Cups right behind it. So the sun is coming up. We saw the King of Cups and the King of Wands. And when we get into the half full, not empty, That old sun goes down of that mental rumination and converts to the Ace of Swords. Okay, well, what's that offer then? How does she make this choice? The Hanged Man. Spiritual enlightenment. Could be a pause. How do you make this choice? See, what have I been talking about the whole time? Seeing a new start in the 180. That's in my notes too. Can this be a 180? Feels like it here. It's crossing it. A Page of Cups. More cups. Okay, looking at a new beginning, looking at love through the eyes of a page, right? Through the eyes of wonderment, of discovery. Okay, and not letting those old stories come in. Yep, the World. And the Fool. That's pretty rare. What's book ending that? Told you. What up? Seeing it from a new perspective, and then the energy comes to match you. Come on. With the World. To successful completion. And seeing the eyes when we have a 180 perspective about love, seeing it from a child's perspective with new eyes. Here comes the Two of Cups to end an old cycle and start a new one. And this might be something or someone that's always going to be hidden in your moon, girl. Three of Swords and the Moon. That was in the reading tonight. A little bit more healing if that reading felt like for you to still something to transmute. We're standing at the precipice. I want you to get on this ride. And I think you want to ride it. I think you'd want to ride it here, Miss Judy. Okay, advice. My work is done here. Ace of Cups. You got to fill your own cup first of self-care. Crossed by the High Priestess. Intuition, getting in that higher vibe is what brings this in. Always. You got to be the vibrational match of what it is that you want to receive. If we want peace, then we've got to emulate and be peace and be peaceful. So it's all about whatever's in your cup is what's coming. So make sure what's in your cup is something you'd want to drink right back. I hope that helps, Miss Judy. Kaylee, you up next. And please, certainly, if I missed anybody, you started writing again, AD. I love that. That's awesome. I like to do that with my gratitude list too, because some days it Kaylee just opened up on the lovers there. Some days and a Ace of Pentacles. It just feels like again that that blow up Bobo the clown, poof, and then springing right back up. But that's what life is, and you got to learn to kind of roll with those without letting yourself get into the Eeyores. It ain't easy. I know. It's not. If it was, everybody would be that way. Okay, I don't know why I'm holding it like this. Okay. Are you supposed to stop smoking? Why was I holding it like that, Kaylee? All right, so we've got an ending and all four aces of potential here. A new start of the Magician, or a transformation, and then a new start after the transformation. Yeah, whatever you've been back and forth on, this can be you've decided between the ending and the new beginning. Well, one begets the other, though, doesn't it? I don't know if this is a transformation of an old or an end of an old into a new. Let's see. I think you're choosing the one that's got the nicer wand or is more passionate, more fun, more creative, more on your vibe. There's your new start. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I want to pull from that because I want to see what's driving that up here. So Ace of Wands, the passion is driving divine timing here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Fool energy. Page of Cups. Someone is wants to go on a new adventure in love, and definitely anxious to get into the yeah. It's like, yeah, they're coming in with the passion stick, but there's love there too, so don't worry. Okay. All right. Oh, I thought that was another night. I'm gonna be like, Jesus, what's going on with all the masculine energies here? Okay. Okay, new beginning in love here, some sort. The Knight of Wands, the fast energy. Somebody that's hauling ass either back because of regret. Knight of Wands hauling ass to backpedal here. Because you were the full cup and this person's holding the empty cup. And then this new start in love here, book ending this Five of Swords energy. There's like a no winners thing, but if someone didn't get their shit together and a new night sweeps in, this could just be, I mean, Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. You're just like, it depends on the day, Ange, whether I get a full cup or a half cup or an empty cup. I need more on that Five of Swords. What's the deal with the Five of Swords being driven by the Queen of Cups? It could be like the new start is I'm sorry, but Page of Cups. There's no winners here. There's not the consistency. I want to be in an energy of love and creativity and passion. And the Five of Swords could be you delivering some kind of news. I don't know. Let me see. Because those two things just don't go together, Five of Swords and Queen of Cups. Why is the Five of Swords here? Justice, karmic balance. Okay. And then that was the Ace of Pentacles. I saw on the cut in the deck, and it's here, but it's not here yet. The tangible 3D realityness of it. But whatever this Five of Swords was, this is coming from love. So that might tell me, especially here with that page energy and the newness. It's like they know not what they do. I feel like they do, though. Whether they do or don't, it's still just the scales of you getting due here, getting given what you've been given. Three of Pentacles there, what was in the reading as far as new collaboration. Oops. What wanted to slip out. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Temperance energy. So this collaboration, ooh, get it, ear squeeze. Ow, thank you, Spirit. Turning pain into wisdom, finally setting down this old Ten of Wands. Okay. Well, there's a whole hell of a lot going on in here, isn't there? This new collaboration is going to help balance things out. The Five of Swords energy here, that is giving someone their comeuppances of, look, there's no winners here. I'm saying this out of love and the utmost of love and respect. But there's just, I'm just not getting, I'm providing all of the oranges and then there's no juice left for me. What the hell's up with that? That's what you got to heal here. And if this collaboration, again, with love, this is for a collaboration that might have only ever made it to the point of a Three of Pentacles, of like a working partnership, but it wasn't a working partnership because you're carrying the whole damn load. And I feel like this is you saying, love you, but to something regarding time, money, energy, resources. It's physical and tangible. And then you will get that reward for stopping whatever that is. Okay. Because you went towards your passion, you went towards where your soul was pulling. But it is going to require here with love stating, look, there's just no winners here. It's not reciprocal. I feel like this is, temperance is always deep tie soulmate because they hold a little puzzle piece. And the puzzle piece here was learning when to call it, I'm carrying too much for too long. Why are you the one carrying all the balls? Okay. Yeah, well, good. Okay, Queen of Swords. Love mixed with truth with swords. You can still do that in a loving way, whatever this is, but it's like also feels irritating. When you do that, it's hanging on to the balance. You got to step into the new escalator of energy. And if that's the best and highest good for all involved, you will have help from spirit there because the universe will always help us balance energy so it doesn't have to work so hard for us, if that makes sense. I think that's it, guys. Did I get anybody? AD, I didn't see your name there. Oh, you're going to spend time with Eddie. Aw, that's awesome. Okay, I think that's everybody. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody else. Aw, you're reading books to the kids. I love it. Okay. Judy, it's like it's an intellectual thing. It's like writing, speaking, I don't know, podcast. Someone invite you on a podcast, something like that to do with swords, information, talking, learning, teaching, maybe teaching. I don't know what you'd be teaching, but that hit. Like an offer to, are you a professor? I don't think you're a professor, are you? Like a collegiate level kind of course, or to speak like a guest speaker of some sort. What I'm getting there. All right, guys, I think that's it for me tonight. I love you too. You're so welcome. Awesome, great date night, you guys. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna go grab me some dinnery do, and I will see you on the next one. Go back and watch that Tuesday reading. It was something. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye.